look at Christian Watson, I do think Matthew Golden's a better version of Christian Watson. I absolutely do. I think he's a little bit more nuanced than Christian Watson was coming out. There's a reason why Watson was the guy everybody wanted as the Packers wide receiver. Big plays, touchdowns. I see a very similar situation here for Matthew Golden, for Jordan Love, who needs to get back to being more aggressive for this offense to actually take that next step. They weren't able to do so when he got injured last season. I know he has the thumb thing. The thumb is on the non-throwing hand. I'm really not worried about it. He's supposed to be available for week one.
Yeah, so fine.
So I'm not taking that into consideration at all. So when I look at Golden's ability, what his role is in that offense, the fact that there's nobody there to be an alpha wide receiver necessarily, which means I'm projecting Golden for like a 23% target share. If he has 23% target share with those big plays that he can hit, now you're talking about a top 24 receiver upside wise. I got him at 31. He's going at 43. That's why he's a sleeper to me.
You know, that's fair. I mean, the big play upside and the big play potential is there in, even on potentially limited volume, you could be good for fantasy. But I would ask you a question, because I feel like we experienced this exact same thing with Jaden Reed last year, where Jaden Reed was a big play guy. He was on the field for limited snaps because he was taken off the field a lot for 12-team personnel because he's primarily a slot wide receiver. He made those big plays. He scored a bunch of touchdowns. He had a really fun season, about 1,000 yards. But were you happy with him for fantasy? Because more than half the time you started him, you hated it. I mean, you just hated to start him in your lineup because he had like 4 or 5 big weeks. And the rest of his weeks, you were like, what the heck are you doing, Jaden Reed? Why are you getting like 8 points in my flex spot? Like, this just isn't worth it. And I see a similar case for Matthew Golden, where if he's not going to separate himself from the rest of this receiving room, I get it, there's some guys hurt right now, but most reports say they're all on track for week 1. If he's not going to separate himself from this receiving core, which I just don't think he is talent-wise, I think at ceiling, you see another Jaden Reed season where he has big plays and touchdowns here and there. But again, when you look at him overall, you're just going to be disappointed for fantasy. So wide receiver 4, honestly, the ADP I was looking at said more like wide receiver 36 costs. Wide receiver 4, I'm a little bit more interested. I have him ranked like only a handful of spots below that wide receiver 43 cost. So if you're looking at like someone you're throwing on your bench, and occasionally if you want to fill in a bye week and start him, hope for a big play, that's not a bad play. I just think that anyone that's thinking of him, as he's the first round wide receiver, he's going to be the clear cut wide receiver 1, you're gonna make a mistake.
No, I agree with that, which is why I still have him ranked as a wide receiver 3. Yeah. It all depends on what your ADP is and know your platform. Here's the one thing. Jaden Reed, I think, is a different scenario, just to kind of cap that off, because I think he was meant to be more of the gimmick slot type of wide receiver. I don't think Golden's coming, and this is probably where we're different. I don't have Golden coming off in 12 personnel. I have Datavian Wicks.
He will be on the outside. No, Matthew Golden will be on the outside.
Matthew Golden will be playing the Z. He'll be playing the flank.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He will be. He will not be slot wide receiver. That's not Matthew Golden's game. I'm just saying in terms of deep plays and touchdowns is what you're looking at.